1,200 years ago, the twin realms of Kokurio and Utsushio were thrown into turmoil when Lord Konda brazenly stole a piece of the supreme kami, O Kagachi. The spirits of the world were enraged by the theft of that which was taken, and struck out against the mortals they had lived beside for centuries. Thus, the destructive Kami War began. This 20-year conflict came to an end when Lord Konda's daughter, Michiko, joined forces with O Kagachi's scion, Kyodai. Together, the Sisters of Flesh and Spirit defeated Konda and O Kagachi, bringing peace to the world. The Konda line continued for some time, with each successive emperor bonding with Kyodai to uphold peace and order on Kamigawa. But corruption and infighting took hold. The unified Kamigawa broke, giving way to the Shattered States era, a time of Oni incursion and civil war brought to an end when Kyodai decreed that the emperor would no longer be an inherited title, and would instead be chosen by the kami from among the most worthy mortals on the plane. Arts and scholarly pursuits grew in a new era of peace, the era of enlightenment, as the mortal and spirit worlds grew closer through rifts. More and more kami poured into the physical world, and at the same time, more advanced and impressive inventions were created, leading to the world of Kamigawa as it is seen today. The discovery of electricity and decades of advancement in technology and industry have resulted in a world very different from the ancient tales. Kamigawa has turned from a land of beauty and nature into a harsh world of iron and neon lights. Improvements in technology led to population growth, and population growth led to urbanization. Buildings grew up and out, and the city of Towashi sprung up as the end result. A forest of steel and concrete pressing against the ancient forest of Jukai. Only Boseiju, the greatest tree, remains, a symbol of the days gone by in a city of iron. Here it is apparent that Kamigawa is just as divided as it ever was, though while the Kamigawa of old was divided between the realms of mortal and spirit, this is a land split between those who pursue advancement and those who would protect tradition. The cyber-futurists lead the charge for an innovative tomorrow. They have little love for the ways of old and prefer to tinker and invent their devices. Every day they push the limits of science, creating everything from giant machines to artificial limbs. In the ancient days, the moonfolk were secretive, mysterious, and distant. Now they have opened their city of Otawara to all who would seek to research and develop new technology. This flying city has now become a haven for those who would seek innovation, especially those who'd prefer their research to be free from the inquisitive eyes of the law. The mountain city of Sokenzashi similarly opens its doors to modernization. Though not as refined as Otawara, the streets of this city are full with those who would create or refurbish all manner of technology. Aki artisans work hand in hand with any who would assist them with their dubious creations, machines and devices that some would question the legality of. In opposition to this ever-advancing march of iron stands the Order of Jukai and the Kami that side with them. The Orochi, changed by spirit magic, are often violently opposed to futurist ideals and believe that their relentless advancements will one day be the death of the world. And far away from the urban sprawl of the modern world, the swamps and hillsides of Kamigawa are home to many living just as they did thousands of years ago. Nezumi villages dot the land, where they live in harmony with the kami of the region, shunning outsiders. Though even here, the advancements of the last few decades are seen, the rat folk recycle what they find and turn it to profit. And between these opposing forces sits the imperial faction stationed in Eiganjo. With the emperor ruling over the land, the Imperials work to both manage and regulate new technology as best they can when it pops up, seeking balance in all things. But the Emperor has gone missing some time ago, a disappearance caused by the interloping of the nefarious Tezzeret, and in her place sits the kitsune known as Lightpaws, the regent of Kamigawa. Dissatisfied with what they see as the oppressive rule of corrupt nobles, the Asari uprisers formed together as individual cells of warriors and samurai rallied around the charismatic Rasona. In an attempt to overthrow the government, these uprisers assaulted Eiganjo Castle, but were repelled while their leader was captured after her battle with the rightful emperor. Fractured, but not defeated for good, the uprisers will surely make further attempts at revolution in the future. And finally, hidden in the dark streets and alleys of the Undercity are various gangs that rule the underworld. The gangs, known as Reckoners, are a sprawling network of criminal organizations that have their hand in all manner of dark affairs. The greatest of these gangs, the Hyozan Reckoners, is ruled by the brutal ninja known as Satoru Umezawa, the latest in a legendary lineage that traces back to the days of the Kami War. Kamigawa has changed a great deal over the centuries, becoming easily the most technologically advanced plane in the multiverse. This world of legends and kami, traditions and technology, remains one of the most fascinating to observe. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like or share this video with your friends, or even leave a comment below. This has been a brief glance at the world of Kamigawa, a world that has many topics, both ancient and modern, worth a video of their own. If you're interested in videos taking a more in-depth look at certain characters, groups, or events on this world, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be alerted whenever such videos are released. Finally, I'd like to extend a thanks to my Patreon supporters. Their contributions go a long way to helping me produce these videos, and I genuinely appreciate their support. If you'd like to help the channel directly, consider visiting my Patreon page, which you can find in the description below. Thanks again, and have a great day.